Hey, thanks for stopping by. Today I want to share something a bit different, something that's been a part of my own journey toward finding a better balance between financial well-being and inner peace. And no, it's not your typical financial advice. We're diving into a powerful yet simple Buddhist ritual involving cloves. Yeah, cloves. Those tiny spices sitting in your kitchen could actually have more of a role to play in your life than just flavoring food. Now, I get it. You're probably thinking, how can something like cloves help with my financial situation? I thought the same. But here's the thing. It's less about the cloves themselves and more about the energy and intention you put into the practice. As someone who's always been curious about the intersection of spirituality and practicality, I can tell you that rituals like these have a way of shifting your mindset. And that shift? It can open up new pathways for abundance and financial opportunities. It's not magic. It's aligning your energy with the flow of the universe. When I first came across this, I wasn't actively looking for financial solutions. I was stressed, dealing with debt, and like most people, I thought the only way out was to hustle harder. But something clicked when I started looking at financial obstacles, not just as numbers on a spreadsheet, but as blocks in my energy flow. That's where cloves came into play, specifically during the month of October, a time traditionally known for energetic renewal. The idea is simple. By engaging in this ritual, you're not just passively wishing for things to change. You're actively working on shifting the energy around you, aligning it with prosperity. And yes, it can help with eliminating debt, attracting opportunities, and clearing obstacles that you probably didn't even realize were holding you back. What struck me most about this practice is its simplicity. You take 3 cloves, cleanse them, I'll get into the specifics of that later, and plant them with intention. The key is focusing on what you want to manifest while doing this. For me, it was about creating a stable financial foundation. But the ritual can be adapted to whatever your goals are, whether it's finding a new job, starting a business, or just creating more financial breathing room. You might wonder why cloves. They've been used in spiritual practices for centuries because of their ability to shift and purify energy. In Buddhism, they're particularly valued for their vibrational qualities that unblock obstacles, especially financial ones. But it's not just about superstition. When you use something tangible like cloves in a ritual, it helps anchor your intentions. You're focusing on what you want and aligning that with the larger energy around you. In essence, you're making it easier for the universe to meet you halfway. Now, let's talk about what really matters, preparing for the ritual. The first step is selecting 3 perfect cloves. I know, it sounds a bit tedious, but think of it as part of the process. You want cloves that are whole and undamaged, because imperfections can symbolize blockages in your own energy. When you pick the cloves, keep your goal front and center, whether it's clearing debt or attracting new financial prospects. That intention gets transferred to the cloves during this step. Once you've got your cloves, cleansing them is crucial. This isn't just a physical cleanse, but an energetic one. In Buddhist practices, it's believed that objects like cloves can absorb the energy around them. By cleansing them, using water and coarse salt, which absorbs negative energy, you ensure that the energy you're working with is pure, aligned with your intention, and ready to help you manifest what you need. As you go through this process, the ritual starts to become more than just a set of actions. It turns into a moment of mindfulness and focus, something we often forget when we're caught up in the grind of everyday life. You're pausing, you're intentional, and you're aligning yourself with the flow of abundance, not just financially, but emotionally and energetically too. After performing this ritual myself, I began noticing subtle shifts in how I approached money and opportunities. It wasn't like the money magically appeared, but doors started opening. New clients, unexpected work, and most importantly, a lighter, more open mindset towards finances. This is why I keep coming back to these kinds of spiritual practices. They help me tap into a deeper sense of alignment that traditional financial advice sometimes overlooks. So whether you're looking for a fresh start, struggling with debts, or just curious about how ancient wisdom can offer practical solutions, this clove ritual might be worth trying. Just approach it with an open mind and let the energy flow in ways that might surprise you. I want to share a little something that has genuinely changed how I approach my finances. It may sound unconventional, but hear me out. I stumbled upon a Buddhist ritual involving cloves, and it opened my eyes to a different way of thinking about financial challenges. I used to view money strictly in terms of numbers, spreadsheets, and hard work. But through this journey, I realized there's more to it. It's about energy, intention, and a little bit of spiritual magic. Now let's dive into the details. The first step in this process is cleansing the cloves. Picture this. You've got 3 perfect cloves in front of you. What you want to do is immerse them in a mixture of water and salt for at least an hour. While they're soaking, take that time to visualize any negative energy in your life, be it debts, financial fears, or worries, being washed away. This isn't just about getting rid of physical impurities. It's about purifying the energy of the cloves so they can effectively channel your intentions. Once you've cleansed your cloves, the next step is consecrating them. This means you're dedicating these cloves specifically to your intentions. Why is this important? Because it's during this moment that you transfer your energy to the cloves, charging them with your desires. Creating a sacred space is crucial for this part. Find a quiet spot where you won't be distracted. This space should be calm, uncluttered, and conducive to focusing on your intentions. To enhance this environment, you might want to add spiritual objects. Think candles, incense, or crystals. These elements elevate the vibrational quality of your space and make it more powerful for the ritual. When you're ready, hold the cloves in your hands, close your eyes, and center yourself. Breathe deeply, quiet your mind, and visualize your financial goals. Imagine your debts disappearing and your financial situation improving. Feel the relief and joy that comes with financial freedom as you hold those cloves, envisioning them absorbing all your positive energy. Once you've consecrated the cloves, it's time to place them in a strategic location. In Buddhist rituals, the physical placement of objects carries great significance. You want to put your cloves in a spot that aligns with the flow of positive energy in your home. The entrance of your home is a particularly powerful spot, serving as a gateway between the outside world and your personal space. This placement can help draw in new opportunities and block out negative influences. As you find the right spot for your cloves, take a moment to visualize your financial situation improving once again. Imagine your debts being eliminated and new opportunities flowing in effortlessly. This visualization is crucial because it activates the energy of the cloves, aligning it with your intentions. Now, let's talk about the importance of consistency. In Buddhist teachings, spiritual growth is a process that requires dedication and regular practice. The same goes for financial growth. To truly harness the power of the clove ritual, it's recommended to repeat the process multiple times throughout the month. You can even align it with lunar phases, with the full moon being particularly potent for rituals focused on growth and abundance. The energy of the full moon is said to amplify the effects of your rituals, making it an ideal time to focus on your financial goals. By performing the clove ritual during this time, you're aligning your intentions with the natural cycles of the universe, which can help accelerate the manifestation of what you seek. Once the ritual is complete, there are a few practices you can adopt to further enhance its effects. For one, keep visualizing your financial goals. Regular meditation and visualization help keep your energy aligned with prosperity. It's about maintaining that flow even after the ritual is over. Through this entire journey, I've learned that financial growth isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's also about maintaining a balanced and peaceful mindset. Buddhism teaches that success involves staying attuned to the energy of abundance. This alignment can create a fulfilling life, financially and spiritually. Now, October holds special significance in many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism. It's a time of transformation and renewal, with energies uniquely aligned for personal growth and clearing obstacles. As the seasons change, this month embodies a cycle of death and rebirth. It's a time when energetic shifts can be harnessed for personal development and financial abundance. So if you're seeking to unlock new financial opportunities, consider integrating this ritual into your October routine. You might just find that it opens up a whole new world of abundance for you. You know, I've often found myself caught up in the chaos of life, especially when it comes to finances. It's all too easy to get bogged down by worries, debts, and that constant feeling of scarcity. But recently I discovered something that really shifted my perspective: the power of energy and intention, particularly through a simple Buddhist ritual that centers around the changing energy of October. This month is often a time of transformation. Just look outside. Leaves are falling, nature is preparing for winter in the northern hemisphere, while the southern hemisphere is bursting with spring life. It's a period of letting go of the old to welcome in the new. And that's how I began to see October as an opportunity to release my financial struggles and invite prosperity into my life. What struck me is how our emotional and energetic states can accumulate over time, often manifesting as physical obstacles like bills and debts. Fear and worry become tangible blockages that hinder the flow of abundance. In Buddhism, everything is interconnected through energy. When we learn to align ourselves with the right frequencies, we can begin to shift our circumstances. This realization hit home for me as I explored the ritual of using bay leaves, a white candle, and salt water, 3 simple elements that can transform your relationship with money. So let's break it down. The first step in this process is to find a peaceful space for the ritual. I discovered that the bathroom serves as a perfect setting. Not only is it a place for physical cleansing, but it's also a symbolic space for releasing negative energies. The flow of water here represents transformation, and it felt like the right place to perform this ritual of energetic cleansing. Next, you'll want to set up your space. Start by ensuring that the bathroom is clean and organized. Physical clutter can really hinder the flow of energy. Once that's taken care of, light a white candle. The candle symbolizes purity and renewal. Its flame represents the light of prosperity that you wish to invite into your life. As you light it, focus on your intention. Picture the light illuminating your path toward abundance. Now, onto the bay leaves. Take 3 of them, hold them firmly in your hands, and close your eyes. This is the crucial moment where you set your intention. Visualize what you want to manifest. Picture your financial troubles melting away and imagine living in a state of abundance, free from worry. This visualization is incredibly powerful and can set the stage for your intention to take root. While holding the bay leaves, I found it helpful to repeat a powerful affirmation. I release all negative energies and allow abundance to flow freely into my life. This combination of visualization and affirmation helps solidify your intentions and opens the energetic channels for prosperity. Lastly, combine salt with water to create a cleansing solution. Salt has been used for centuries to purify spaces and objects of negative energy, and when you mix it with water, it enhances its power. You can use this mixture to cleanse the bay leaves, visualizing any lingering negativity being washed away. As I continued this practice throughout October, I noticed shifts not only in my financial situation but also in my mindset. Instead of feeling burdened by money, I started to feel empowered. I realized that financial abundance isn't just about numbers. It's about aligning my energy with the universe. By integrating these rituals into my routine, I began to create space for new opportunities. Each time I repeated the process, I felt a little lighter, a little more hopeful. I learned that financial growth isn't just a destination. It's a journey, one that involves releasing the old to make way for the new. As October progresses, I encourage you to embrace the energy of this transformative month. Whether you choose to try this ritual or simply reflect on your financial goals, remember that the power lies within your intention and energy. By letting go of fears and embracing abundance, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. Sometimes I find myself thinking about how financial worries can weigh heavy on my shoulders. It's not just the bills piling up. It's the energy of anxiety and scarcity that comes with it. I've learned that a powerful way to shift this energy is through intention and ritual. Recently, I discovered a simple yet effective practice that has helped me release those blockages and invite prosperity into my life. Let me share my journey with you, step by step. The beauty of rituals lies in their ability to connect us with the energies around us. For me, a pivotal moment came when I began using bay leaves, a white candle, and saltwater in a ritual designed specifically for financial abundance. This practice is especially meaningful in October, a month that symbolizes transformation. Just like the leaves falling from trees to make way for new growth, I realized it was time for me to shed my own financial burdens. The first step in this process is to set your intention. Once you've gathered your materials, a few bay leaves, a white candle, and some salt water, you'll want to find a quiet space, ideally your bathroom. I know it sounds odd, but hear me out. The bathroom is a natural place for cleansing, not only physically, but also energetically. The flowing water there represents transformation, making it the perfect backdrop for my ritual. To begin, I make sure the space is clean and organized. Physical clutter can block the flow of energy, and I want to create an inviting environment for abundance. Once I feel the space is ready, I light the white candle. This symbolizes purity and clarity, setting the tone for what I want to invite into my life. As the candle flickers, I focus on my intention for financial prosperity. Next, I hold the bay leaves tightly in my hands and close my eyes. I visualize my financial burdens lifting, imagining myself free from debt and stress. This is the moment where my intention really takes shape. I remind myself that words have power, so I affirm my desires out loud, saying something like, I am releasing all blockages to my financial abundance. There's something incredibly empowering about vocalizing my intentions. It feels like I'm sending out a clear signal to the universe. Now comes the symbolic act of release. I head to the toilet and toss the bay leaves in, visualizing all the negative energy associated with my financial struggles being washed away. Flushing the toilet represents the removal of these blockages, making room for the flow of prosperity to enter my life. It's a simple action, but it carries profound meaning. After flushing, I take my glass of salt water. I pour a little down the sink and a bit more into the toilet, continuing the cleansing process. As I do this, I repeat another affirmation. I am cleansed of all energies that prevent me from prospering. I am open to receiving abundance in all areas of my life. This is crucial because it reinforces the idea that I am now free from blockages and ready to embrace wealth. Once the ritual is complete, I take a moment to extinguish the candle safely and express gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful component of any spiritual practice. Thanking the universe for the renewal I've activated amplifies the energy of the ritual and strengthens my connection to the flow of abundance. But here's the thing. This ritual isn't a one-and-done deal. To fully benefit from it, I learned that I needed to incorporate daily practices that support my intention. First and foremost, visualization is key. Every day, I spend a few minutes picturing myself in a state of financial abundance. I imagine my bills being effortlessly paid, my bank account growing, and the peace that comes with financial security. It's essential not just to see these images, but to feel the emotions tied to them. When I truly feel the relief and joy of abundance, I align my energy with that frequency, attracting more into my life. Keeping my space clean and organized is another practice I've embraced. Clutter creates energetic chaos, making it harder for opportunities to flow in. I also consider adding plants to my bathroom, like snake plants or lucky bamboo, as they symbolize growth and attract positive energy. After my ritual, I've found that smudging with herbs like sage helps clear stagnant energy from my space, maintaining an open, energetic field for new possibilities. Gratitude also plays a crucial role. Each morning, I take a moment to thank the universe for the abundance in my life and the opportunities that are yet to come. This daily practice elevates my energy and shifts my mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. Additionally, I've made it a point to meditate regularly. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can help clear my mind and connect my intentions with the universal energy around me. I visualize a golden light surrounding me, representing prosperity and abundance. Alongside this, regular physical exercise helps keep my energy elevated, ensuring I stay attuned to the positive changes the ritual brings. But I also learned that spiritual rituals aren't substitutes for action. The universe can open doors for me, but it's up to me to walk through them. After performing the ritual, I stay alert to new opportunities, whether it's a business idea, a job offer, or a financial investment. It's crucial to be an active participant in my own prosperity. In the end, the energy I put into this ritual and the daily practices that follow have made a world of difference. It's not just about the money. It's about cultivating a mindset that welcomes abundance in all areas of my life. As I continue this journey, I'm learning that by aligning my energy with the flow of prosperity, I can manifest the life I truly desire. I've always been fascinated by the idea that everything around us carries energy, even the objects we own. I remember receiving a beautiful watch from a distant relative, a keepsake that came with stories of hardship and struggle. As I wore it, I felt a heaviness, an energy that didn't quite sit right with me. That's when I started exploring the deeper meaning behind inherited objects and gifts, especially through the lens of Buddhist philosophy. Let me share some insights I've gained about the types of items we might want to reconsider keeping in our lives. Imagine inheriting that watch again. Each time you look at it, you might feel a twinge of sadness or heaviness linked to your relative's unresolved issues. According to Buddhist teachings, objects can hold on to the energy of past experiences, especially negative ones. It made me think twice about what I truly want to invite into my life. Instead of accepting such items without question, I learned to assess whether I want to carry that energy forward. While some people choose to cleanse these items through rituals, I've found that sometimes it's just better to let them go entirely. Then there are gifts from people with whom we've had tense relationships. I've received presents from colleagues I didn't get along with, and while the gift may appear to be a kind gesture, I began to wonder about the underlying intention. If a gift comes with a sense of obligation or manipulation, it might carry that same energy into my space. For instance, a coworker might give me a gift after a conflict, and instead of feeling grateful, I sense the lingering tension from our history. Trusting my instincts, I've learned it's okay to decline a gift that doesn't feel right, regardless of the situation. Another scenario that resonates with me involves objects tied to conflict. Picture inheriting a piece of land that had been the center of a family feud. Even after resolving the legal issues, you might feel a lingering sense of unease, a reminder of the negative energy that surrounded the disputes. In Buddhism, maintaining harmony is essential. If an item brings unresolved tension into my life, it's wise to consider purifying it through ritual or simply letting it go to preserve my peace. Then there are those objects that evoke painful memories, things that trigger reminders of past traumas or hardships. I once held on to a memento from a difficult breakup, thinking it would help me remember the lessons learned. But every time I saw it, those painful memories flooded back. I realized that in Buddhism, letting go of attachments is crucial for healing and growth. It's liberating to release those objects and create space for new, positive experiences. Another insight I've gained is about accepting spiritual objects without fully understanding their significance. I recall a friend giving me a talisman from a tradition I wasn't familiar with. At first I was flattered, but I soon wondered what energies I might be inviting into my life. Each spiritual object carries its own energy and purpose, and without the knowledge of how to handle them, I risk disrupting my own spiritual path. Mindfulness is essential here. If I don't resonate with a spiritual object, I've learned to decline it respectfully. Expectations can taint the energy of a gift as well. Some people give gifts with hidden agendas, expecting something in return, be it loyalty, favors, or a specific outcome. I've experienced the pressure of accepting an expensive gift, only to feel the weight of obligation afterwards. In Buddhism, gifts should come from a place of genuine generosity, free of strings attached. If I sense that a gift comes with conditions, I remind myself that it's okay to turn it down. Luxury gifts can be particularly tricky. I once received a lavish piece of jewelry from someone I barely knew, and it felt more like an obligation than a gift. Buddhism teaches us the value of simplicity and detachment from material wealth. Accepting extravagant gifts can create an imbalance in relationships, leading to feelings of indebtedness. It's perfectly fine to appreciate the thought, but decline gifts that feel extravagant for the nature of the relationship. It's also important to be cautious about gifts given during moments of conflict. I remember a time when a friend tried to smooth things over after a heated argument with a gift. Instead of bringing peace, the object became a reminder of the disagreement, perpetuating those negative feelings. In Buddhism, it's vital to resolve conflicts at their root rather than masking them with material items. Lastly, there are gifts that just feel off, even if everything appears fine on the surface. Maybe it's a trinket that doesn't resonate with my energy, or a present that sparks a nagging feeling of discomfort. I've learned to trust my intuition. Sometimes it's picking up on negative energy or intentions that aren't immediately apparent. If something feels off, it's often worth investigating further or simply letting it go. In my journey of navigating gifts and inherited objects, I've realized the importance of being mindful about the energy we invite into our lives. Each item we keep has the potential to influence our mental and emotional space. By being selective and honoring our instincts, we can create an environment that truly nurtures our well-being and spiritual peace. I've been thinking a lot about the energy surrounding gifts and how they can impact our lives, even if it's not immediately obvious. There was a time when I received a beautifully wrapped present from a friend. On the surface, it seemed thoughtful, but every time I looked at it, I felt this nagging unease. It puzzled me because I couldn't pinpoint why it felt wrong. But I began to realize that my intuition was trying to tell me something. Sometimes things just don't feel right, even if there's no logical explanation. I've learned that trusting my gut is essential, especially when it comes to gifts. In Buddhist practice, there's a strong emphasis on intuition, and if something feels off, it's perfectly acceptable to create distance between myself and that object, even if it seems harmless to others. Let's dive into some situations where being selective about the gifts we accept can help us maintain our inner peace. I've found that some gifts may conflict with my values. For example, imagine someone giving you an item that promotes practices you don't agree with or that is created through unethical means. When that happens, it can be really uncomfortable, and accepting it might feel like a betrayal of your beliefs. I've been in that position before and realized how vital it is to stay true to my spiritual path. When faced with such situations, I've learned that it's perfectly okay to politely decline those gifts. Protecting my inner peace is far more important than keeping up appearances. Navigating this can be tricky, though. Sometimes gifts come from a place of love, but they may unintentionally clash with our beliefs. It reminds me of a time when a well-meaning friend gifted me a book filled with philosophies that didn't resonate with my values. While I appreciated their intention, I knew that I wouldn't be able to engage with the material fully. I ended up expressing my gratitude and explaining that I would prefer to pass on the book to someone else who might connect with it better. Another scenario I've encountered involves gifts that carry emotional baggage. I recall receiving a small trinket from a family member who was going through a tough time. While I appreciated the gesture, I couldn't shake the feeling that the item was a reminder of their struggles. It's crucial to recognize that objects can carry the energy of their previous owners, and in this case, it was best for me to leave it behind and focus on what uplifted my spirit. Then there are gifts that seem innocuous but could still disrupt our energy. I remember receiving a decorative item that others raved about, but when I brought it home, it just didn't sit right with me. The colors, the design, nothing about it felt harmonious in my space. I decided to trust my instincts and let it go. My home should be a sanctuary, and if something disrupts that peace, it's better off elsewhere. In my journey, I've also learned about the importance of setting boundaries around what I allow into my life. I've had friends who love to give lavish gifts, which can be a mixed blessing. On one hand, it's heartwarming, but on the other, it can create an unspoken obligation. Accepting extravagant gifts from someone I barely know can create an imbalance in the relationship, and I've learned to appreciate the thought without feeling pressured to reciprocate in ways that don't feel right. Reflecting on these experiences, I understand how essential it is to maintain clarity about what resonates with me. Each gift carries an energy that can influence my thoughts and feelings. By being selective, I create a space that reflects my values and nurtures my spirit. This approach not only protects my energy, but also enhances my overall well-being, Navigating the world of gifts and energy has taught me a valuable lesson. Not every present is a blessing. By trusting my intuition and remaining true to my values, I can curate my environment in a way that promotes peace and abundance. The journey is ongoing, and each decision shapes the energy I attract into my life. Ultimately, honoring what feels right helps me create a more harmonious existence, where every object I choose to keep is a reflection of my true self.